And updates on the Trans Am. Been putting a lot of time in it lately. We got it all wrapped in plastic and got the windshield out. The windshield was the original windshield, and it was in really bad shape. And the reason why it's all covered in cardboard and painter's tape is on Tuesday, we are sandblasting the underbelly of the car and the firewall. And once the firewall is in, once the firewall is blasted and primed, the underneath is going to get blasted. I'm going to paint that with Eastwood chassis black. And then we can put the Smith Racecraft subframe on and get this thing ready to start cage work. Next week we'll take the factory rind housing out. I actually got a guy that's going to come by that. And we're going to start mocking up the 9-inch Ford and determining how big that housing needs to be now that the mini tub's in. So I threw some Pro bracket radials on 15 by 12 Pro Stars, and that's what we're going to use to determine the housing. So I'm going to stay a 10.5 tire, although mini tubs could fit a 315. We're going to stay 275 and a 12-inch wide rim. Those are probably the wheels we're going to use, but they're going to get bead locked before they're on the car. I already checked with MacFab and they can do it. And then my good buddy, we'll walk outside, Mike, converted his super stock car from a ladder bar to a 4-link on their 67, 68 super stock Camaro, which is currently a NHRA record holder. Went 4-link, and so they put a whole new housing on it. And so he said, hey, if you want to use this housing, you can. And we're pretty sure it's going to work. We think the length is virtually about where it needs to be with a 12-inch wheel, 3.5 back spacing, but we'll get it up on the factory leaf springs next week and see. So right now, it's disassembly time and start plasma cutting all the wheelie bar brackets off, the ladder bar brackets, get it down to a bare housing, which we can then start measuring, getting leaf spring brackets on it. And if you look, it has antique Oldsmobile ends, which we will take those off and put big Fords on, which is pretty much the industry standard today. And we'll have a really nice housing. It's back braced. It's got a jack pad on it. We'll keep the jack pad, and it's going to work really good in the car. I'll get those wheels and tires tucked up in there so we can put it in the weeds like we want to, get the stance we want. So time to get cutting, and we'll update you guys later. Thanks.